With that in mind, it gives me absolute pleasure to bring up our Orange County Poet Laureate. But more than that, this is the guy for the newbies in the room. Since '96, who's been the Johnny Appleseed of the word in the Valley. And it gives me great pleasure, Robert Milby.
Thank you, Hayden. Thank you all for sticking around. I've been sending out an email calendar for select poetry readings around the Hudson Valley region for 23 years almost. Yeah. All right, since I don't know how the heck I did this, but I left without the list of all the birthday poets, I'll say this much. On the 9th of February, born in 1940 in Northern Ireland, was Seamus Dean. A schooling. Ice in the schoolroom, listen. The high authority of the cold on some November morning, turning to fragile crystals in the government milk I was drinking, and my world, all frost and snow, chalk and ice, quadratic equations on the board, shining and shifting in white isosceles steps. In the trance, what could I know of his labor? I, in my infinitesimally perceptive dance, thought nothing of the harbor where in his 5th hour, waist deep in water, he laid cables, rode the dour iron swell between his legs, and maybe thought, what kind of sun? An aesthetician of this cold he had, in other warmth begot. But there's ice in the schoolroom. Father, listen. The harbor's empty. The government's milk has been drunk. It lies on the stomach, yet freezing. Its kindness, inhuman, has sunk in where up starts the feeling that pitches a cold in the thought of authority's broken milk crystals on the lips of the son you begot. Seamus Dean. All right. Here's a few of my recent ones. Okay, this is finished early this morning, and then I'll go back a few days. Membership. World-class entertainment. Relax in comfort. Dine in elegance. Top-shelf liquors. The Mansion. Gentlemen's Club and Steakhouse. A $10 cover to get under the covers. Who owns this cultural venue on 9W in the town of Newburgh, south of DeVito Drive? Outlaw, tattoos and piercings across the highway. Nearby, a garden center. Sale, shrubs, flowers, vines, vegetables, and fruit. Sculptures of satyrs and pagan goddesses. Fences surround. A statue of Jesus amidst the pagan effigies, back turned towards the mansion. Crows observe the symposium from a naked oak. All right, these are just some recent pieces. And to keep with the cheerful mood, divorce. A red dove dives with ice in its beak, wounding the dove of peace to bring death to the American family. The race to ruin the family can be traced to bitcoins of moral bankruptcy. Hugs replaced with social media, love transformed into fighting utopias. Daddy is now a toxic pariah as feminist diktats become long-sought manna. Another driver on the interstate of karma, a brother and sister forced to hate father, siblings taught to revile their mother. And just who benefits from death of traditions? Is it merely the lawyer seen counting blood money? our families abandoned to jail cells of sorrow, the death of the future, a species of time bending. But iPhones have new apps, and divorce is now trending. All right. I'll read more of this offensive work tomorrow at the Florida Library for your disapproval. All right. There was a time when I used to read virtually every day of the week at some reading. Would you believe that? It's true. All right. This is it focuses on Orange County, New York, but in reality it's everywhere in America today. Houseless. Orange County, New York, winter 2020. Past lives reverie, past like debris as homelessness grows in Orange County. The shopping cart boudoir, wind tousles the papers and old clothes. Winter night in a McDonald's parking lot, he reads the magazine by the street lamp's glow. Her story isn't just about drugs and drink, his mental illness, gossip, or lost war veterans. This is the plight of forgotten citizens, denizens of night in the richest country on earth. When was the last time you shaved, sir? When was the last time you'd bathed, ma'am? There are children who live on handouts and scraps. The papers complain and the wealthy concur. We have to help them. She traded the necklace her mother gave her at graduation for second-hand sweatshirts and a plate of hot food. They won't let us use the computers in the library. Some people said we stink. They were afraid of us. But what if it was you instead of me? You're trash. You're not even like me. Get back to the shelter. Go to the soup kitchen. I never saw it snow indoors before. The more she yelled, the higher it piled. The floor was a sheet of ice. We ran. We knew we were safer in the streets. Cats visit us at night. Birds don't yell to wake us up. We all share the same bed, concrete mattress with thrift store blankets, cold dirt floors and a thrift shop lean-to. Mosquitoes attack at dusk in summer. Drunks from taverns torment us in swooning darkness. Some people have no hearts, and some have no houses. One of us was born right here, addicted or jilted, running from one abuse to familiar abusers. We all feel the breath of winter, wet clothes in spring. Some die from exposure or suicide on a summer morning. We may be houseless, without any money, but no one on earth is homeless. Some have wealthy families whose addict sons freeze on the streets. Some give money to fancy colleges to get careers and in-ground pools. They call us homeless in the papers we use to line our shoes or light a barrel for children at night. The rich call us homeless trash with no food, no sense, and no rules. We may be houseless, but out here we are one big and strange family. Out here we are all home-schooled.